Welcome, hello there, back to the shed. Here I am again. So today is going to be about college again, because why not? That seemed to go down well last time, maybe for some, others maybe not. Trying to keep it so that certain demographic of my audience are kept happy and other stuff not so much for them. So I'm going to go back to my catering days at college, which were entertaining. I enjoyed it. Few more stories about that. Few more people put into this one rather than the one main person and then a few others who joined me in the last stories. This one took place in one of the kitchens. So at college, I wasn't really that into the cooking side of catering. I'm more of a front of house. I know some of you are thinking, but Andy, you're a chef. Yeah, I also cook. Anyway, so we were in training kitchen 2. What happened here was this kitchen is connected to the training kitchen 3, but there's no door, so you can sort of walk in and out. Anyway, we're in there. So in the training kitchen 2 was for like savoury dishes mainly. So we were probably doing something with that. If I believe correctly, we were with John Cable, who was the head of catering. And then there was Foxy and the other one who was taking some sort of pastry lesson. If I remember, Christian, you might have been in this class. It was the one full of dimwits. Anyway, there was 2 particular dimwits, the 2 Dans. They were special. Very special. They know they were special because their mums used to tell them they were special. Anyway, a bit like your mum, Chris, eh? Anyway, so these 2 morons were in there and they were making bread. Well, they were trying to make bread. So to make bread, you put all your dry ingredients together, then you add your wet ingredients, and then you turn the mixer on and it starts to create bread. When you turn the mixer on, you turn it on slowly so that the dry mix doesn't go everywhere. No. So they'd filled up the flour, put a bit of salt in there, a bit of sugar, maybe, depending on what sort of bread they're making. Anyway, they decided to turn it on full speed. They ended up looking like ghosts. The whole of the kitchen was covered in flour, the floor. I wouldn't want to have to clean that one up, Dan. Well done, mate. So, it was hilarious. We were like, what's going on in there? The teacher was going absolutely crazy at these 2 morons because of what they'd done. So funny. And yeah, it was hilarious. Then yeah, so that was that bit. Then of course there was my brilliance. I was awesome at college. Everyone will tell you so. I'm sure on the comments they're going to tell you how bloody amazing I was and still am. Let's be fair, let's not pretend I'm not. I am still awesome. And that's just the way it is. So, we had a cook serve competition. Being the best front of house, I went to the best kitchen. That's you now. And we then made sure I had a decent commie. That was you, Rocky. And we had a decent commie in the kitchen. So we went and got the oldest person doing no MVQ2 so that we had him. And of course, me and Rocky, being complete and utter cocks, went round telling everyone how we were going to walk it and we were going to totally dominate it. Of course, what this did was it meant that Christian, who claims he was told not to enter, bullshit, and Steve and also Rocky didn't want to enter because he didn't want to go up against yours truly because he knew I was better and still am. Oh, right, boy. Yeah, sure I'm going to get a lot of loves on that one. Because what I am basically is I'm a shock jock. Yeah, I'm there to shock people. I make them think, oh my God, tell me you didn't just say that. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, that was me. Yeah, your boy in the blue. There we are. Yeah, looking good as always. I'm sure you agree. Yeah. Also, what I've done, you probably noticed, is you don't get quite so much ceiling anymore. That's because I've got a couple of blocks of wood and a tissue box just big enough to hold the tripod on so you're looking more at my face. Also, I'm trying not to look down quite as much as I used to and to the side because it becomes a bit confusing as he looks down. So anyway, let's go back to the cook serve then. So they didn't want to take part because they knew I was going to win. As it went, it was a pretty easy walk in the park, to be fair. Cutting up a bit of salmon, yeah, I could do that. Don't remember what the other starter was. One of the mains, I believe, was rack of lamb, and there was a steak. Might have been a Dover style, some sort of flambe dessert, probably. Yeah, it's easy. One table, yeah, I think I can cope with one table. How hard can it be? Well, I'll tell you how hard it can be. I'm not going to talk about the kitchen yet. I'm going to talk about the front of house. So, another level 2 student who went on to do level 3, not really sure how he got onto that course, was this lad called Kevin. I've got another story I'm going to tell a bit later about Kevin. But Kevin was special, a bit like the 2 Dans. His mum used to tell him how special he was. Could have done with the occasional bath, but, you know, that's just me being picky, I'm sure. Anyway, at the cook serve, Kevin decided he's going to knock a glass of red wine over his customers. It's not going well, is it, Kev? Which basically means, yeah, Kevin ain't going to win. In the kitchen, we had my boy Neil, and he had to make a hollandaise sauce. Well, he was about the only one in the kitchen who knew how to make and could make and did make a hollandaise sauce. Everyone else had some sort of buttery split mess. Certainly wasn't hollandaise sauce. It was basically clarified butter, I believe, with a bit of wine in it. Yeah, that would have tasted good. Whilst we were there, on our group, we had a girl called Sarah. I'm sure you can all remember Sarah. I think Chris went out with Sarah. Yeah, she was the one with the hairy chin. So she wasn't really aware that we were taking the proverbials out of her. Oh yeah, on my last one, I got a comment of, do I think I was a bully at college? Well, I didn't actually think at the time I was, but going by what I'm saying, seems, yeah, maybe I was. Who cares? Anyway, she had a few hairs on her chin, not, you know, she was a girl that needed a shave at the age of 15, I'm sure. And one day she sort of twigged onto it. Yeah, she wasn't very happy about that. Can't think why. So we're going to go back to Kevin now. So Kevin is a special character, as I've said. So one day I had these shoes, and, you know, being a poor student, you don't have a lot of money. The sole had started to come off. So I'm like, yeah, I'm getting rid of them. Chuck them in the bin. I jokingly said, there you go, Kevin, some new shoes there if you want. These things were absolutely, you know, you couldn't use them. They were a complete mess. Probably went home and said, oh, Mum, I need some more money. I need to get some shoes for college. Can I get some new shoes for college? Yeah, because I talk like that. So I got some new shoes. Anyway, the next week we had the restaurant service again. And what was Kevin wearing? Yeah, you got it. The shoes I'd thrown in the bin. I'm like, Kev, I was joking, mate. You don't need to take my shoes out of the bin and wear them. It's a bit of a joke. And he's like, oh, well. One more story from my catering days. I am going to do another one on my art years. That should be entertaining if you're into that sort of thing. Anyway, there was another lad. So we had MVQ. There was also GMVQ. Can't remember what stands for. I remember Rob Z did it. There was also a few others who were doing level 2 but thought they were too clever to do an MVQ3. Thought they'd do MVQ instead. And a few who'd come from school to do that because they thought they were smart, but really they was thick. Anyway, there was this one lad. He was an Arab. I can't remember his name. I think it was Nassim. I'm probably wrong with that. You know, it does happen from time to time that I'm wrong. More often than not, though, obviously I am right. You know. Anyway, so they had to do an assignment, and I couldn't tell you what it was on because I wasn't doing the course. One thing I do remember, though, is he wrote it in Arabic. In fact, he may not have written it. He may have got someone to write it for him because he was from a rich, wealthy family, and he basically didn't really get on with the course, but he writ it in Arabic. And I remember Joey Jerry Sherman, who was the head of catering once John Cable had left, he was like, this kid will be brilliant, but I can't read it because it's in Arabic. You need to write your essays in English. Surely it makes sense. You're going to an English college. Write the stuff in English. Anyway, so that's part 2 of my college days revisited. Like I say, part 3 will be coming, and it will be about the art years. Yes, that's right. Before I done catering, I done art. Yeah, there's a reason why I didn't carry that on. We'll get to that probably in the next episode. So if you do like this one, then please do share, like, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Why not? This bleeding idiot might entertain you for 10 minutes a day. Then great. Anyway, lovely talking to you, world. Here's the shed. It's looking same as it was yesterday. Probably the same as it was the day before. Anyway, see ya.